to this channel. My name is Tia, and if it's your first time on this channel, welcome. This is another episode of Moody Monday, and we're going to get right into this video. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about why baby showers are the new weddings in this generation. And I feel like it's very important to talk about this because it seems like being a wife is becoming less and less of a priority in the eyes of females, and being a baby mama is now becoming more and more fitting and more obtainable to these girls. Here's the truth, okay? Having someone's baby, it doesn't prove no type of commitment from a guy to his girlfriend. Having someone's baby, it doesn't prove anything. That just means that, you know, you guys had sex and you ended up having a baby. I think a lot of girls mixed up the commitment that comes from having a baby with the commitment of being a wife, which is why we are in the situation of what I like to call the baby mama culture. Having somebody's baby does not mean that a guy will commit to you, okay? It's not a commitment to you. It's a commitment to the child that he just created with you. What that means is, and this all proves it, is when a baby is born, the guy automatically feels a connection to the baby. They feel like it's a piece of him, and it is a piece of him. But he commits himself to create a better life for his child. He doesn't commit himself to create a better life for the girl that had his child. And let's be honest, that is true. Now walk with me. Walk with me. Don't talk yet, just walk with me, okay? Now, when you get married and you stand before a preacher and your family and everybody that you hold important to you, your husband is committing to you. He's committing to building a life with you. He's committing to making a home with you. He's committed to creating a family with you. He is also committed to take care of you in sickness and in death. He is committed to stick beside you no matter what. That is where he's taking his commitment. And until you get that commitment, you're not really getting true commitment. Keep walking with me now. Social media has created this whole fantasy, or this whole, basically, a scene where you don't need marriage. You don't need that commitment for him to be in your life. You don't need that commitment for him to take care of you. You don't need no commitment at all. As long as he's sleeping beside you every night, it's perfectly fine. Everything is perfectly okay. You understand? Everything's going to be taken care of. Yes, you're going to have problems, but at the end of the day, he's always going to know where home is. He's always going to come back to you. And you just had his child. Well, that's a lie. They glamorize being a baby mama. They glamorize raising a child on your own. They glamorize all these things on social media. But the truth is, it's not glamorous at all. These women that call themselves baby mamas, these women that put themselves in these situations, they're one argument or one I'm tired of you from being left with this child all alone. I see a lot of girls on the internet, and I see a lot of girls on YouTube, and they say, hey, I'm going to get married before I have kids. But then a couple years later, you see them, a baby mama, living in the house with this man, and then the next step, most often, is they end up breaking up with this person rather than going to marriage. And you see, I was asking myself, what changes you from having that huge desire that you used to have to just being okay with having his baby and living in the same house with him? Now, when we were little, when we were like young girls, we fantasized about getting married. We would love the idea of getting married, just to be able to have someone love us so much to stand before all of our families and to take a moment out to actually commit to us and to have a beautiful wedding. And now it seems like over time, after we move in with our boyfriends, after we get settled in life, after we get, clean his drawers, after we cook dinner 1,000 times, it's okay, and it seems to almost match what marriage should be like, but it's not. He still haven't made that commitment to you. He made a commitment to mortgage. He made a commitment to rental pays. He made a commitment to the baby. He made a commitment to going grocery shopping with you every Saturday, but he never made a commitment to make you his wife. He never made that commitment to always be that pillar in your life. He never made those commitments. And I feel like, here's the thing. A lot of men tell you, and a lot of girls say, hey, we're too young to get married, but you're too young to share a house together. You build businesses together. You're too young to do all these other things. And you're too young to also have a kid. So why are you too young to get married? What does saying I do rather than pushing a whole living human out, what is the difference that categorize it as too young and just the right age to do so? Like, these are things I want y'all to think about. These guys also say that it's too much commitment right now, but it's too much commitment it's a lot of commitment to share a house with somebody. It's a lot of commitment to pay mortgage with somebody. It's a lot of commitment to bring a life into this world. It's a lot of commitment for now you have to be able to teach this little person that you brought into this world how to survive in this, how to survive. That's a lot of commitment. So what exactly is difference between committing to raise another person to survive and committing to your girlfriend and making her your wife? What is the difference in commitment? My question is, are we going to keep having this delusion? Are we going to keep settling for, just being a baby mama? What are we going to do as females? Are we going to stand our ground, and are we going to get exactly what we want, which is marriage? Are we going to just continue to settle because we want to, in order to keep a man in our lives? Are we going to open our mouths and demand what we want is a true commitment, or are we just going to settle for just this false commitment of having a baby with him? What are we going to do? You have to be willing to risk it all to have happiness for yourself. You have to be willing to risk your relationship with your boyfriend and telling him that you want to get married one day and wanting him to move in that same direction. You have to be able to risk it in order to have happiness for yourself. And I feel like that's something girls don't want to do these days. They don't want to risk it all for themselves. They don't want to risk losing their boyfriend for themselves. They don't want to risk losing a man that's a warm body beside them every night for themselves. They don't want to risk somebody claiming that they love them for themselves. They don't want to risk losing someone for themselves. And that is where settling comes in. Now the risk of losing this person becomes greater than the things that you actually want in life. So what do? You become a baby mama. You work around the things that he wants rather than the things that you want. You start clipping and rearranging and all the things that you want. Hey, I wanted to be a wife, but going grocery shopping with him every Saturday and calling him hubby in my phone is perfectly fine. And you know what? As long as he's there for his kids and he treats me right and he pays my bill, that's perfectly fine. But what about that commitment? You don't want that commitment? You don't feel like you're good enough for that commitment? What is it?